Hey guys, welcome to Spilling the RealiTEA or Seltzer, whatever you have tonight, with Trisha and Kiley as we walk through all of the things happening on the live feeds, a little bit of last night's episode, and everything you need to know going into tonight's episode. So we know they're not going to show everything, all of the conversations that led up to tonight. We know who's going home, but still a lot's happening. So we're excited to spill all of the tea to you guys tonight. If you are watching with us live, drop us a comment on your thoughts of everything happening on Big Brother, our episode, and what's happening on the feeds. Don't forget to subscribe to the Russell Hantz Show, drop us a comment, and let us know your thoughts on what's happening. All right, Kiley. So last night's episode, again, I'm just going to be completely transparent with everybody that I didn't watch it yet, but Kiley did. And so I am going to be blind reacting to what happened. So,
well, let me just tell you, you missed the best episode of the entire season.
Shut up.
That is complete sarcasm. It was completely pointless. So they spent about half of the
test determined that was a lie.
Yes. So they spent about half of the episode on the luxury comp. Just to give you an idea of what the luxury comp was, we knew it was something with their comics. So they all got dressed up back into their BB Comics outfits, and they had to draft all 16 of the house guests. Each one got 4. And then it was by a random draw. Where the crap did Trisha go, y'all? Okay, but by a random draw, you disappeared for a minute. By a random draw, people on the same team could compete against each other, and so we got to see this luxury comp play out. They didn't do anything, just complete random, whether or not you would win or not. And so they popped their little comics up on the screen, and they got to box it out and claw their way, and they slowly eliminated through everyone. So
how slowly?
So slowly. Like I said, this literally took up half of the episode. And it was all of their reactions of, oh my gosh, like Nicole picked Janelle because she was like, well, I'm picking the bombshell. She trapped Janelle over herself. Her first pick was Janelle. So, like, that is the definition of Janelle-acy right there, y'all. And, yeah, Janelle lost her first round, and Nicole was like, me and Janelle just can't be on the same team together.
Womp womp.
Yeah. And we did get to see Christmas throw her fits. The majority of the episode was Christmas.
You know, like, someone's got to be the bombshell, someone's got to be the pretty one, and apparently that's Janelle.
Apparently it's Janelle.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got to see Christmas throw a lot of her hissy fits yesterday. Her crying over being nominated because she was just blindsided. And like the way that they set it up is Christmas was sitting at the dining room table, and Nicole was making some food, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And Christmas like straight up ignored her. And she went into the room and cried it out, and she just cried pretty much the whole episode.
Yeah, so I did not watch the episode, but I did watch Twitter last night and Reddit. And yeah, like there's like a Christmas cry count going on, and like holy crap.
Right. It's a lot.
This girl, what was she crying about? Like, because she
was crying about being nominated because Enzo blindsided her. And then
it does.
And y'all, like, listen, whenever they drafted their people or whatever, and whenever she did not draft Memphis and Memphis went on to win, she was devastated. And when she was completely knocked out and had no draft players left, and this was completely luck of the draw.
Yeah, and like we saw her talk about this on the feeds, and she's like, "Do you think Memphis is gonna be mad at me for not picking him?"
Girl, no, he's not going to give two shits about that. Seriously?
It wouldn't
Nobody cares about that.
right, like because he won. So like in the car,
Because a random generator let his cartoon character win?
So like whenever we were watching the feeds, I thought that he also I did see clips of this comp and it was creepy as hell. But anyways, that's beside the point. So let me just get this straight. So Nicole picked Memphis's cartoon, and so he was going on to win, and that meant he also got $10,000, right?
I don't think so. They did not say that. So
okay, because that's what it seemed on the feeds.
Yeah. Yeah. We were under the impression that Memphis also won 10 grand, and they did not mention that at all, unless I missed that. So,
like when we were watching the feeds, they were talking about like I picked Memphis and won the 10,000. So it's like it seemed like he also got $10,000. Okay, so that's what I wanted to clarify.
So she didn't pick his cartoon. So
how would he even know? Like he's not going to go back and watch the season.
Well, he's going to be pissed at her because
this is because she didn't pick his cartoon. What a bitch.
Crazy. So after the luxury comp, we got to see the veto competition happen, and it was the veto where they had to say, okay, what day did you enter the BB basement? And they were on hamster wheels, since the Big Brother contestants are often called hamsters, and they had to run on the wheel. One direction made their numbers go up by 5. The other direction made their numbers go up by 1. And if you were the last one to buzz in, you get an X. Once you got 3 X's, you were out. And Christmas on this hamster wheel, like she was probably generating enough power to light up LA, because bitch was running on this hamster wheel, like getting it on all fours, looked like a damn dog, like getting it.
So, but she still didn't pull out the win.
And I mean,
spoiler alert.
She did not win the veto. Cody won, and I mean, it was really close between him and Nicole. They both knew the number, the days like down pat, and so it was really.
So Christmas was really fast at this competition, but she wasn't able to get the right numbers.
Well, I mean, at first she was really fast, but sometimes, like, because the wheel had so much momentum, she would go past the numbers, and you can't like back it up. You have to buzz it in and start over. So she was just a little overzealous. Shocker. Yeah, so Comp Beast Christmas lost to Nicole and to Cody.
So who cried more? Christmas in this episode or her 15 star babies?
Christmas.
Damn.
Hands down. It was out of control. And y'all in the chat, y'all know that Russell has been a big fan of Christmas, and last night after he watched the episode, he sent us a message and he was like, I'm off the Christmas train. She cries too much. Like, I'm done. I cannot with her. So it's the end of the naughty list showmance.
Yeah. So. She's outie. He's on to, Mulan, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But can we talk about Mulan? Like, did they also show in the episode last night Enzo? No, maybe this was just a behind the scenes thing. Him like reading questions.
Yeah, no, I don't think there was any Mulan last night. There might have been a little bit, but not like a whole segment. I'm sure that in these 4 remaining episodes, or however many we have left, I'm sure we're going to get some more Mulan.
I'm living for Mulan. I didn't get my showmances that I wanted at the beginning of the season, and I really haven't gotten anything I wanted out of this season. So CBS, if you can just give us a little more Mulan and a little less Christmas crying.
Yeah. So Anyways, that's the episode. We obviously don't see the veto ceremony because that will happen live tonight when Cody casts his vote to evict. So no veto ceremony. Episode ends.
Yeah, I found Mulan on Amazon. Bet I'm going on Amazon right now, and I'm gonna have Mulan.
2 days shipping. Mulan will be present next week on Spilling the Reality.
Okay.
Okay.
One day we are gonna be really professional, and we're gonna have like our own like YouTube
backdrops.
Room. Yeah, and Mulan is a critical staple to that room. If I don't,
are you gonna get a Pablo too?
No, no, I don't really like Pablo that much. Mulan is definitely where it's at. Mulan is absolutely the final two I would take to the end.
Yeah.
If I was to be in this house and leave the diary room, I would give a shout out to Mulan and Mulan's family for all of the milk that they produced for America during COVID.
Very good. What? All right. So let's move on to the feeds. We did not have a show yesterday, a Big Brother show yesterday. If you did not catch our Amazing Race recap, make sure you go back and watch that. We did spill a little bit of tea about kind of some off-camera things that might have happened. So check that out. But we didn't do a live feeds update. And the only thing that you really missed from Tuesday in the Big Brother house was Enzo discussing, maybe I'm not going to take Cody to the final 3.
Maybe I should take Nicole to
the
final 2. And
what?
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little, so we get a little more context to this this thought today. So, or not today, but yesterday. And so we're excited to talk about that right now.
This very second. Right now. We're going to do that.
Here we go. Action.
Okay, so yes, we do get Enzo Cam talking. He's not saying this to anybody else, but like that's it, yo. You know, maybe I can't beat Cody, and maybe the thing that I need to bump up my resume is to take Cody out. Yes, Enzo, that's exactly it.
Abso-freaking-lutely, Enzo. Someone got him. Y'all. We put it out there into the universe. We were speaking this, our lips to Enzo's ears. He heard us, and look at him. Look at him. He was talking.
He's considering it.
He's considering it.
Which, y'all, Enzo has talked a big game this whole season, so let's not get too excited. And also, in theory, I probably don't even want him to do this because I feel like Cody's played such a hell of a game. And I think it would be like just the icing on the cake for Cody to get cut.
I'm
sorry. He's played a damn good game. He should just win.
Stop. Okay. I hate to even go there with you right now because we're going to do a whole episode on this breakdown. And so there's so many things I've held my tongue on. And look, guys, this is a teaser. Y'all got to tune in for our breakdown of whoever the final 3 are because we're going to talk about this. So anyways, we'll just stop.
Okay. So we're going to just pause it there. What should people do? But Enzo is like, okay, he's eyeing the gold, y'all. Maybe he doesn't want to get brigaded and get knocked out at the final 3. Obviously, that would be meaning that Enzo has to win the final 3 HOH. I feel like it's really a lock that Cody's taken Nicole, Nicole's taken Cody. So I think Enzo, like the pressure is on. You have got to win this. So.
Yeah, and okay, I'm just gonna say what I was gonna say. Okay, if he does win, if he is the winner of one of these and makes that decision, then I do want to see Enzo. I want to see him do that. I want to. I do. So there, I said it. I put it out there.
I mean, that would be Enzo's smartest game move. That is what Enzo should do. But Cody has executed this game from day one to day
Pre-day one. From
pre-day one to day 78 so far. He has run this.
20 because they were in quarantine prior. So like from day negative 20 to day positive 79, 78. He's done great.
Right. So, anyways, we will get all into the breakdown, but that's basically what we did not get to bring y'all yesterday. Then moving into what.
Whoa. Dawn, I see this comment here. I don't think Enzo honestly thinks he can win. I think he's trying to make his case for second place. You just wait, girl. You just wait. We're going to get there.
Are you going to just take like, okay, I'm going to argue for Enzo? Like, are you going to be the Nicole Anthony of arguing for Enzo and what Enzo needs to say and do to win?
All I'm here to do is to present evidence to the jury of who should win, not who should even win, what these people need to say and why, and what they need to do to win. That's all I'm here to do.
Right. Okay.
But Enzo, I'm just teasing a little bit later in our episode, we're going to be talking about Enzo and his thoughts on his own game. It's coming, Dawn. It is coming.
All right, so moving into Wednesday in the Big Brother house, we do get Christmas campaigning to Cody, and she goes and joins him in the love room, and she's like, you know what? If Nicole goes to Final 3 for a second time, that's a pretty big deal, and, I just think that being a winner and then making it to the final 2 again, people are going to vote for her. And Cody's like, no, they're not. Like, why would the jury vote for a game that wasn't played this time? That's not going to happen. Come on, Christmas.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Christmas is kind of right on this one, but I think that Cody is trying to downplay. I mean, so at this point in the day, he is just trying to, again, not take Nicole's side. He doesn't want Christmas to be this bitter juror. He wants her to truly think he's keeping Nicole strategically versus I have an actual relationship, like an actual friendship with this girl, which is why I'm keeping her. It's bigger than the whole game. So anyway,
and so
correct in her analysis.
Right. And so Christmas kind of goes through like Kevin said that he's going to vote for Nicole, and she's got the relationship with Ian, and Danny is going to be in that jury house campaigning for her, and Christmas is like going through the jurors like, hey, this is not going to go in your favor.
She even says that Davon gave her a hug before she left the house, so that means something.
Hello, she gave me a hug, girl.
Christmas is still salty that Danny didn't hug her when she walked out the door, and she's like, oh, but Nicole got hugged by Day, and Nicole screwed over Davon.
Yeah.
She's really hanging on to these little things.
But, I mean, you got to give Christmas a little bit of credit. She is trying, y'all. She is pulling at any thread she can, which that's exactly what she should be doing. It's just, predetermined that your ass is going home. So,
yeah.
There's nothing you can say.
Again, there's nothing she can do. There's nothing she can do. Sorry, Chris.
Nothing you can do. Right. This is not going your way.
Yeah, it's just not going her way.
Yeah.
So that takes us into, speaking of Christmas and her full analysis being completely accurate, she's not only right about, this was predetermined before she was put on the block. This was predetermined before these people walked into the house.
Yes. So we get this conversation, and y'all, we are so shocked that they actually let us see this. I mean, they have
Stars
cut
do not come up in this moment.
stars do not come up. We get to see this whole conversation between Christmas and Enzo play out, and Christmas is kind of coaching Enzo, like, hey, these are the things that you need to say and do to win this game. And basically, she's like, hey, you're going to have to call out that Nicole and Cody have the same mentor, and that mentor is Derek. And you came into this game not having daily phone calls with Derek like they did. Damn, Christmas, please say this. Like, do you think there is any possibility in her eviction speech tonight we get this from Christmas?
Okay, so let's talk about this. So the eviction episode has already been recorded, and they do edit it before we see it. So which is kind of shocking as to, we've seen a lot of things that we felt, wow, I can't believe they showed us that. Will they show us this? Absolutely not. They will not show us this. CBS so far has not wanted to acknowledge pregame alliances in any form or fashion, even though we as fans, this is the first time we've seen it mentioned at all in the house. And, even players that have left have not talked about this. So knowing it's a thing, like they know it's a thing and aren't talking about it. And so it's like CBS is absolutely not going to acknowledge this. They should have acknowledged it from the very beginning of the season, but I don't want to talk down to CBS too much because I don't want them to not show us these things on the feeds, but they're not going to show it to us tonight. So that's why we needed to have this show. By the way, guys, we needed to have this show before y'all watch the episode so that this pregame alliance was acknowledged before Christmas is evicted.
Right. So as they're talking, Enzo tells Christmas that he's tried and tried, to tell Cody that he needs to evict Nicole. But Christmas is like, every time I talk to Cody, he doesn't even listen. I mean, it is like in one ear, out the other. He's not having it. And he's going to take Nicole, and I think that's a bad idea. And, like where Christmas was pitching this thing of, hey, Nicole's going to beat you, maybe Christmas really feels that way. And maybe she's being honest, like, hey, I don't think you got the votes.
You don't got the votes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting this in a clip so that I can push this as a sound clip. Y'all, we're going to get y'all aren't ready for when we get real technical. Anyways,
Yeah.
I really miss me singing this on a weekly basis. Holly's not. Okay, anyways. So, Christmas is, telling Enzo this. Has Enzo really tried to talk to Cody about getting rid of Nicole? Not so much. That really hasn't happened too much. Every now and then, it's like he gets this wild hair. He'll say this like random, it'll be like one conversation and that's it. He's not campaigned for this in any way. He really has been wanting to get rid of Christmas anyway because she annoys him so badly. So, but Enzo's really playing both sides, and he's doing a great job. This is a testament as to Enzo's great social game. And Christmas really trusts Enzo, and so does Cody. So, anyway.
Yeah, and so Christmas kind of wraps up the conversation with, hey, you know what? I don't want Cody to give me a bunch of fake excuses when he evicts me. I want him to say that it's because of the pregame alliance. And so I am a petty Betty, as we have discussed many times, and I'm sure that when Christmas leaves the house, she's going to just leave. But when Cody gives his speech, which I really see him probably playing to Christmas's ego and being like, well, Christmas, I can't keep you because you're such a comp beast. I cannot beat you in the final three, HOH. Christmas is going to be like, okay, well, maybe Cody's not that bad. He knows how good I am. And, she's just going to leave the house. But I would be like, nope, you're a liar. You're evicting me because Derek set up this pregame alliance with you and Nicole, and that would be my final words walking out of the Big Brother house.
It would be my final words walking out of the Big Brother house. It would be in my do not evict me speech. It would be in my every conversation with Julie. Every single question.
Like, you don't have any choice but to show it, CBS.
I'll pin this back on pregame alliances.
But by the same token, bitch has played in a game with them all season long, knowing that they were in a pregame alliance. So, kind of your own fault.
I mean, okay, let me play devil's advocate. Possibly she's had other conversations because at least 75% of this season has been stars or kittens or puppies. And, it's possible that this has been brought up before now.
Well, it probably has, but what I'm saying is you chose to get into an alliance with them when you had a whole opposite side of the house that would have targeted them, and you chose not to do it. And waiting until the final four isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen.
In the words of Christmas Abbott, that's on you, boo-boo. That's on you. All right. So, Derek has played an amazing game so far of Big Brother 20. Derek being Cody and Nicole. But you know what? You know what other two people have played a really great game? Enzo and his ego. So we have seen Enzo say all these great moves. Yes, Enzo, please do that. That is exactly what you need to do. Week after week, doesn't do it. But here we are. Enzo he has made it to the end solely on his social game. He hasn't been a part of the big alliances. And finally, we see Enzo having this conversation saying that he thinks he's campaigning and he thinks he can beat Cody or Nicole at the final two. Doesn't matter.
I don't care who's against me. I'm going to beat both of them.
Whoever goes to the final two, I got them.
Yeah.
And, this is where I'm worried. I'm worried that Enzo, he says this and he has made these comments about how great Nicole's game is, but he hasn't made comments about how great Cody's game is. So what I'm worried about, this will be the demise. He absolutely cannot win if he takes Cody. So
get back into that mindset of 2 days ago, Enzo, where, have I underestimated Cody a little bit? Like maybe the OTEV curse is going to get broken. You are underestimating him. You've got to cut him. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to win this.
Another demise of, I really also, if Enzo takes Cody, I hope like hell he says, and Cody won OTEV, so he cannot win this season in his final two speech. I hope he says this.
That would be great.
It would be icing on this Big Brother shit show cake.
Right. That would be good. I just need entertainment. So, Kathy, spot on. Enzo won't win any of the comps to be able to make that decision. I find it very, very hard to imagine a scenario where Enzo is the final HOH champ and getting to decide between Cody and Nicole. I mean, I just feel like Cody basically has, they are writing that check out to Cody Calafiore. There's, the ink is almost dry.
Yeah, and unless that this competition in the final two has something to either do with riding or bananas, then Enzo doesn't have a chance.
Right. Aaron says, speaking of curses, since Christmas is 100% getting evicted tonight, the curse of the first person entering the house will continue on. This is true in the regular Big Brother game, but we did get to see our girl Tamar. She entered the house first, and she did win Celebrity Big Brother, and she is probably my favorite person to ever play Big Brother. So Tamar says, F that curse.
Yeah. with the head roll, with the hoodie on, with the sunglasses. Where are my sunglasses? I need to put them on.
Yeah. Tamar, I wish she would play a full season of Big Brother.
I wish we had a Halloween episode of Big Brother so that we could dress up as Big Brother.
That would be so fun.
It would be so fun. All right, we're just brainstorming. Anyways,
Okay.
we'll do something. I mean, we'll still be here, guys. I know y'all are so worried about Big Brother ending and us not being here every day to talk to y'all. We have bonded with so many of our regular commenters. But no worries. We still have the Amazing Race and the challenge, so we'll come up with something to keep you guys entertained. No worries. So initiate challenge ready for Christmas. Initiate challenge mode.
Beast mode on. So Christmas basically says, hey, when I get out of this house, I'm training for the challenge because that is right up my alley because I am a cop beast. Y'all, you just lost 2 competitions in a week to Nicole Franzel. Get on somewhere, Christmas. You are not that damn good.
Your first season, you only won comps that were thrown to you. Your second season, you won your first comp because someone else lost. You won a veto that was physical. Yes, you won a comp. We'll give you that. We're not taking that away. Was it a comp you needed to win? No.
Yeah, even a blind nut finds a squirrel.
Even a blind nut finds a squirrel every once in a while. Then
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Yeah. So
and that is you, Christmas.
Okay, but anyways, I love the challenge. Love it. Okay, I get in these moods. I can't ever decide between the challenge and Survivor. I love both of them, but I think the challenge is a little bit ahead for me. I know it's not the same for Kylie, but the challenge is like my favorite show. Okay, there's the challenge, Survivor, Big Brother goes below all 2 of those, and I cannot have Christmas Abbott on that show.
Don't do it. I know Johnny Bananas and CT are 40 now, and Christmas is a little bit younger than them, but please, no. No, MTV, don't do it. We do not want Christmas on our TV. We've had enough.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I can't have her wanting to, to take TJ's spot. I can't. I just cannot. I can't do this. But y'all let us know. What are your thoughts on Christmas being on MTV's The Challenge? Do you watch The Challenge? And yes, it's way more physical. But the thing is, and y'all, we're not hating on her as a person. The thing is she hasn't proven herself in Big Brother. So when people go from The Challenge to Big Brother, we often see they're what are these little baby comps that they do?
Right.
Because the comps on The Challenge are super intense, super physical, super mental.
Yeah.
There was one comp, the very first comp of World of the Worlds. They stayed up all night holding these ammo boxes above their heads, stayed up all night long, and then the next day had to run for miles to get to TJ. And whoever was last didn't get to compete the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And we saw one of our biggest competitors, Rogan, who later ended up the next season he came back, he ended up winning. We saw him
died almost.
Yeah, he literally almost died. And he was kicked out first this season. So that just shows you literally how physical this show is. And Christmas isn't that entertaining in my opinion. I don't know what the hype is about her. But she's just, I don't want her on that show. Sorry.
Yeah. And not to get too far in down the challenge trail, but I do worry a little bit that Christmas can take that spot from Ninja because Ninja's boring as hell too. And they're kind of on the same level of athleticism. Christmas is a CrossFit person and Ninja is a ninja warrior, and so I just worry that they could be like, "Oh, Christmas Abbott, let's get her." Please don't, y'all.
Yeah.
Just I can't.
We have someone way better, which we will talk about at the end of our show.
Yes,
This week.
like that idea. I was like, okay, I'm with you. Kathy says, I'm too old to watch the challenge. No, you're not, Kathy. I don't give a damn how old I am. I'm going to watch the challenge until they don't put it on TV anymore. So just join in. It's a hella entertaining show.
And Kathy, I also want to say that I think that the challenge sometimes gets this rap because they, in the old challenge days, like the real world road rules, it was trashy, which I love. These are my college days, and it was like I was on their same level, like drinking, partying, and you're just. They would literally be like wasted, hungover, and like go do a challenge. They were wild. They were fighting all the time, throwing at each other. It's not so much like that anymore. It is just a lot. It's like Big Brother times 10. Like the personalities are times 10. The challenges are times 10. The alcohol is times 10, but it isn't what it was. And yes, I love those old seasons. I will go back and watch them any day, be so entertained. But the new school challenge is not what it was back then. So check it out. Maybe start at like World of the Worlds, maybe Vendettas. Start there and move forward. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah. Be Wise Open Eyes says that I used to watch the challenge back in high school and college, and the same people are on that show years later. I need to start watching it again. Absolutely. You can just pick up. You've missed a lot, but you can just pick up, and there's these same people that, Bananas and CT and Wes and, some really good old school people still come on. They still compete and do well. I mean, Bananas just won a season. CT won the season before that, and Wes almost won the season before that. So they're
and also, okay, so I'm kind of a testament to this. So I watched in college, I watched in high school, and then I fell off and stopped watching. And then me and Kylie became besties, and she was like, do you also watch the challenge? And I was like, I haven't watched it in years. And so I tuned in and started watching. And so I don't remember what season it was.
I don't know.
It was a while back. And so I started watching, and Cara Maria was on, and I was like, oh, I love this girl. Like, I'm Team Cara. And Kylie was like, no, I'm Team Kayla all the way. And so, anyways, not to go too far down this path, but now I do not like Cara. I like her. I still like old Cara, but the new Cara, this catty, I don't like her. Which I'm an underdog root. I always root for the underdog, and she's no longer an underdog, so I don't root for her anymore. But anyway, so check it out. Y'all let us know what you think. But Christmas for the challenge.
We'll pass.
Give us your thoughts, okay? Are we crazy? Are we just being judgmental? Are we being girl haters?
No, we're not girl haters. I would like Davon. Yes,
I want the chat to sound off.
Yeah, Davon. Yes, we want you back on. Janelle, sign her up for the challenge.
Oh my God, Janelle would spit. Oh my God, she would spit all of these people out. Cam K says, I think the challenge needs more new people. That's fine.
I want them to get into a good rotation of, we did get to see them bring back, we are fully down the challenge, y'all. We're completely off Big Brother. But anyways, they brought back Brad Fiorenza a couple seasons ago, and they brought him back 2 seasons in a row, and then, nope, he's gone again. And I just would like for them to get into okay, every 3 or 4 years where they're rotating these people through until we don't see them anymore. But I can do without most of the new people they brought on. I mean, they've gotten some good new
I
ones.
mean, like I feel like every season we gain a new person that we like. Like we love Big T and we love Kyle. You know, he came on the first time he came on, like we loved him.
Right.
I'm excited to see
Bear.
Yeah,
let's keep bringing him back. Georgia.
Love them.
But I mean, Jenny, you're a great competitor, but you're boring. You can go.
Boring. Fessy, like even the Big Brother players that they've put on this show, you know, like I do like to watch them compete. And so anyway, Dragon Monkey says fresh cotton pad. Yeah.
Fresh cotton pads?
not the cotton pads. We have so anyways, we're way down the path. Okay, so the chat is blowing up on the challenge. Y'all tune in for our challenge show because after the Amazing Race, it's gonna be full-blown challenge. We cannot wait. Again, this is my favorite show, so I get super passionate, super hyped up about it. Yes, to be clear, more training new people agree. I feel like they're just kind of like pulling whoever will come sometimes, like
homeboy that's coming from the America's Got Talent.
Random. But also Victor was on the challenge. I know it's forgotten.
But I mean, Victor was interesting on Big Brother his first time. Just Nicole stuck her claws in him and sucked out all of the fun of Victor. Took his looks. I mean, he's still attractive, but you know, he's not like this sexy Latin man, whatever he was before.
The same person that he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
is Casey still super boring? I mean, yes. Casey is still super boring. She's good on the challenge, but she's boring as hell.
But apparently some things happened this season.
All right, well, don't tell me because I'm not completely caught up on the spoilers. So, and we're not going to spoil them right now.
Bev follows me on Twitter. I'm so I'm this close to a verified check. Like, y'all, I have 48 followers now. This close.
This close. Dolores, it should be on it's currently filming, so it should be on probably at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it's either going to be on in December, late December, or early January.
Yeah, so it's coming.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Do you wish we would get a week like Jessica's HOH? Okay, so
yes.
Jessica from TV21 put Jack and Jackson up on the block, which is what all of America was wanting. Yes, this is absolutely what we want to happen. And, something just
never did.
Just shake it up. It never happened. Do we expect it to happen this late in the game? No.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So speaking of the challenge, we do have a few tweets. We have 2 tweets of the day, but let's do our first one because it has to do with the episode, and we should have brought it up earlier if we had our together.
But we don't.
But we don't because it's a late night show, drinking a little bit, doing our thing. Debate's on tonight, so we got to get a little,
I'm going to be drinking through the debate, y'all. Maybe I'll tweet it out, except that I don't really want to get political. But there is, just Google it. There is a thing out there for you to drink every time Joe Biden says, "Come on, man," and drink every time Donald Trump's hair flutters. And it's a very nonpartisan thing that will get you really intoxicated if you're looking for that.
If you had to drink every time Donald Trump's hair flutters, you'd be out. Out.
So anyway. It's really silly but fun, and my husband and I did it on the first debate, and we're going to do it again tonight too. So
can we just talk about how this has been the most random show we've probably ever done, and we've hardly been on track. But anyway, tweet of the day. Let's bring it back. Tweet of the day.
Okay.
So tweet of the day, of course, goes to our girl talking about the episode last night. Strong Island Nicole, the podmaster, says, "Son of a bitch, Memphis got me again." And can y'all just read this in her voice? Like, I can literally hear her saying this.
Yeah.
So, obviously referencing that Memphis beat her out in the little cartoon of their characters.
Yeah, because Memphis went on for the win, so.
Even in cartoon life, Memphis still beats Nicole Anthony. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Second tweet comes from Big Brother player, challenge player, so very on topic. Go us for being so on topic.
So on topic for our whole show today.
Polly Calafiore, the other half to the Calafiore brothers, says tonight marks Cody and I officially placing third place or higher on 4 out of 6 shows we've done. We have a combined comp win tally of 36 wins, making us the best sibling duo and a top duo in reality TV competition show history. We've dominated your screens for 6 years.
Boy. Okay, Polly.
Yeah, I'm giving the chat a second. I need y'all to sound off. What are your thoughts on the Calafiore brothers being the best? And who is the better of this duo? Paulie, who goes by Paul on Twitter, but will forever be Paulie because he is Paulie on our TV screens, or Cody? We need y'all to know.
Yeah, and I mean, like, who are they competing against? What other sibling
duos
are there?
Kim says, "Are you effing joking me, Polly? Do not write on Cody's accomplishments."
Yeah. Okay, Polly.
I like Cody, loathe Polly.
Right.
Who out of the 2 brothers has won the most money? Not counting the 500 that Cody is about to win. So
probably Polly because he's competed on more shows, but Polly's yet to get a championship. He hasn't gotten one on the challenge. He's gotten close. Cody's gotten close on Big Brother, but hasn't branched over into the challenge, which I don't know. I say that I'd rather see Cody, but I mean, Polly is great TV because he's a little unstable.
Yeah, so I just want to talk about Paulie a little bit because I don't want to sit here and like diss this guy because he is amazing TV. I loved watching him on Big Brother, the TV show. I did not love watching him on the feeds because he came off as a womanizer, and he still comes off as a womanizer now. Not so much like right this second because he still is with Cara Maria, but all the things that happened with Danielle and Cara, I do not buy their statements for a second.
Right.
Where, you know, he was practically still with Danielle from Bachelor.
Not practically, he was.
Well, no, because he says that him and Cara were in an open relationship and it was known. Okay. Then why was Cara so upset? Why, you know, it's just like I don't really buy into this, but okay. He's just a womanizer, and I need him to get that. Like I need him to like take that thought out of my head. Like if him and Cara get married and last forever and this never happens again, or, you know, they are in an open relationship and it's just whatever, like that's fine. I'm not judging the type of relationship that they're in. It's just how it all happened. And I just need that thought to go away for me to ever think of Paulie as this like upstanding reality TV character like I do Cody.
Right. So, I mean, Cody with his girlfriend that he has stuck with as she went through cancer treatments, or Polly who was dipping it in multiple people, spreading
different countries, like being like I had to go here for work and then was in Mexico with Danielle Maltby. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways.
Put Danielle through like the worst hell she's ever been through, embarrassing her like that. There's not an excuse. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
you being in an open relationship with Cara has what to do with Danielle and what you did to her.
Right.
I don't. That I can't put together, so I need answers.
All right. Well, let's start to wrap it up because we could go on this for forever.
Just going to pop that up. All right.
So, guys, we're 6 minutes away from the episode starting. We will be seeing Christmas Evicted. We will maybe get the start to the first part of the final HOH competition. That will play out. Hopefully we get to see it some when the feeds come back up, but if not, then we will know the winner when the feeds come back up after the West Coast airing of Big Brother. Tomorrow, we will have a live feed update. It will just be me. Trisha's got some things going on. So just me. I will bring you the first part of the HOH comp, talk about anything that happens on the feeds once they come back up. That is tomorrow.
Yes. So be sure to check out Kylie tomorrow live at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then on Saturday, we do not have a show for Big Brother, but don't worry because we do have a show for The Amazing Race. And if you haven't watched yet, we're only 2 seasons deep. It's not too late.
2 episodes.
2 episodes deep. Had a little bit too much to drink. Y'all join us live as we talk with the latest the latest eliminated team, Kelly and Lavon, the Olympians. Sorry if we spoiled this for you. They were eliminated in the last race, and we will have them on our show to talk about. And they have a lot to talk about. They're going to be talking about the challenge. They're going to be talking about how late did they come across the finish line afterwards. So we're really excited to talk to them about their experiences, where they stand now with the contestants, and their thoughts on everything going on in The Amazing Race and what we have to look forward to. So check us out Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is the current plan time. Might change, so y'all just be sure you subscribe so you get a notification when we go live.
Yeah, so we will get into that. Sunday, we will not have a lunchtime episode. We will have an evening episode Sunday evening with our girl Kat. And we are so excited to have Kat on our show. She was the first one that we really got to talk to. And so we love Kat and we're so excited to have her.
Yeah. So yeah, like Ali said, I just am really passionate about Kat. Okay. So we had Kat on Instagram and talked to her at the beginning of the season. So we're super excited to hear her take on how the season ended up. If you don't follow Kat on Twitter, you're missing out. Also, she just did a podcast with Paul Lee Calafiore where Teaser claims that he is the best Big Brother player of all time. Better than Dr. Will.
Yeah,
so y'all go check that out. The Cat Dunn. Yes, J Jobs. The Cat Dunn will be on our show Sunday, 6 o'clock. We'll be live, so y'all be sure to join us in the chat.
Monday
regular time.
Monday, regular time, we will be breaking down our 3 remaining house guests, what we think their odds are for winning, and all of that good jazz. Then just kind of looking ahead to these last couple days of the Big Brother season, we will have to look at Tuesday and Wednesday, depending on when they cut the feeds, and we're not getting any more.
Is the finale. Wednesday's the finale. We're not doing a live show pre-show. We're doing a live show with Russell following the finale where we will talk about the season. And we're really excited to talk with Russell about it. So for all of you fans who've been looking.
So, Jake, where's Russell at? We will be live with Russell after the Big Brother finale Wednesday night.
Yes. So, all right. We are 2 minutes from the show airing. All right.
Gotta eat some lunch.
We've got a lot going on, y'all. So we're just trying to prepare you. If you have your notifications on, you don't have to worry about this whole part of the show. So Thursday, we will be back here for The Amazing Race following the episode at 9 p.m. to talk about the episode, our cast assessment, what's going on, basket weaving, all the things. So check us out Thursday. We've got a lot going on. We're excited to bring it to you. So anyway, yeah, J Jobs, keep those notifications on. Don't forget to subscribe Drop us a comment on your thoughts on today's episode and hit us with a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. If you don't like what you're seeing, then do not hit us with a thumbs down. Just come back another time. We might be better. All right, Kylie. So that brings us to the end of our episode. We are about to head into the eviction episode where we expect to see Christmas go home and hopefully drop the pregame alliances throughout her entire time on the show tonight. So, all right, guys. Cheers. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Sponsored by Brewman.